Well, we know that Social Security is a vital part of retirement funding for most Americans, but an increasing number are worried that it won't be available when it's their time to collect.
Financial instructor Michael Masserant of the Retirement Education Foundation is here to discuss the future of Social Security and give us tips on how to maximize those benefits. So, Michael, first and foremost, Social Security in the news almost every day.
Yeah.
And people are worried about, if their checks are going to come on time.
So this happens a lot, typically after elections, because elections, Social Security and Medicare are red meat for both voting bases, and a lot of things get thrown around about what may or may not happen to these programs, and we see this a lot after election season. So this isn't unusual, and the numbers change a little bit every single year, and really the big one that people always kind of hear and then repeat to each other is, well, I heard that it's scheduled to run out by 2035, and so the number is, look, if there is nothing changed, if there are no claiming age changes, no tax law changes, if nothing changes by 2035, the excess reserves are scheduled to run out and only 83% of the benefits will continue. So even if they change nothing and the excess reserves ran out, they would still be able to satisfy 83% of the benefits in 2035.
Okay.
Now, most experts, and we fall in this camp, agree that they're going to change something. They're either going to tax more for it. I'm not saying right or wrong, fair or unfair, but they might tax more for it. They may slide the claiming age window or the full retirement age, or they may means test it on the back end and reduce benefits. They're going to change something to strengthen the program because this program is simply too important for the fabric of our society for retirees.
Can we just do a little education here, since that's your thing? So Social Security, it has survived for
1935.
Yeah, so almost 100 years. It is funded by you, the individual, right, through your job.
Whenever you get a paycheck, look at your paycheck, there's FICA taxes. Some of those FICA taxes are going to the Social Security reserves that are now paying for, if someone's currently 30, they're earning a paycheck, they're paying FICA taxes, those FICA taxes are going to their grandparents, for their grandparents' Social Security.
So what is making people, what are these new fears all about? Is the system, what's causing the system to be a little bit broken?
So in 1935, when the program was started, the average life expectancy was about early to mid-60s. Early to mid-60s was the average life expectancy. So most people didn't really claim Social Security, and if they did, it wasn't for very long.
Right.
The average age expectancy now, life expectancy now, for someone in their mid-60s is in their mid-80s. So we are living much longer than we used to, and that trend keeps continuing, which is a great thing, but keeps continuing. And the baby boomer generation is the largest generation we've ever seen in this country. So we have the largest generation collecting benefits, living longer, and the younger generations, there's not as many people in the workforce working, earning money, paying taxes to fund those benefits. So we have the biggest generation living longer, collecting more benefits. It's stressing the system.
People that are stressed out about, will I get my money? There's different ages you can take Social Security. How do you maximize, how do you inform your clients of when to take their Social Security? Is it 62, 65, 67, whatever the case may be?
So Social Security at the class that we teach is a really hot button topic, and it's a hot button topic for a lot of people because people get very entrenched in how they feel about Social Security.
Yes.
I think a lot of it's because really two things. Number one, there's a mortality factor to it. No one likes to think about this break-even calculator when they're going to pass away, which that break-even calculator is nonsense. I'll come back to that in a second. But number two, it's the government. People think, well, I've been paying into this thing my whole life. I'm not going to let the government keep my money.
Give me my money.
And they justify it as, I'm going to turn my benefits and spend, quote unquote, the government's money instead of spending my money. It's all your money. People make these mistakes constantly because they don't understand the real math. It's a tax question. How much are you going to keep in your pockets? People don't understand the tax math behind Social Security, and they make the wrong choice on Social Security all the time, which costs people hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. People underestimate how important Social Security is. It is not tied to the stock market, it's guaranteed. It's inflation adjusted every single year and tax advantaged. It's a really powerful income source for retirees that people don't do the math on properly most of the time.
So in other words, we're jumping into it too quickly and maybe paying more taxes on it instead of a more advantageous time?
I always hate saying this, but it depends. It always depends. For some people,
Could be too
62,
late.
For some people, 62 is the right answer. For some people, it's 65, 67, 70. It depends on everything else going on in your life with your retirement.
Michael, good thing you're here to help us.
There's no quick and easy answer, but the right answer is just education.
Yep.
And you can do that at the Retirement Education Foundation, refedu.org. So many great resources there to educate yourself about Social Security and so many other things.